I never imitate anybody, because if you imitate anybody, then you will lose your capability. Your growth will be stopped in a certain place. ज़्यादा कपालभाति करने से नुकसान हो सकता है, ये मैं भी मानता हूँ, बिकॉज कपालभाति एक्चुअली एक्टिवेट्स योर सूर्य नाड़ी, which actually generate heats inside our body. Before moving forward with this video, what is the disadvantage of doing Kapalbhati? Let's learn what is Kapalbhati first. I am Sammy, Yogi Sammy, and you are welcome to my channel, Wellness Yoga. Actually, Kapalbhati is a technique of pranayama, but some of the yogic texts denotes that Kapalbhati is not a pranayama, it is a sat kriya or the purification kriya. दो किताबें हैं योगिक टेक्सेस which are very ancient. घैरेंद्र संहिता क्या कह रहा है? According to घैरेंद्र संहिता, Kapalbhati is not a sat kriya. Kapalbhati is not included in sat kriya. That is the neti, dhoti, basti, nali, trataka and bhalabhati. But in Hatha Pradipika, it is clearly mentioned that Kapalbhati is a sat kriya. In pranayama, what we generally do? We generally focus on our inhale and exhalation. But in Kapalbhati, you only need to focus on your exhalation. Your inhalation will be passive. However, it is an excellent practice that purifies the frontal region of the brain or the frontal lobes, which regulates the function of memory, emotions and interactions of the body, along with massage the abdominal organ through rhythmic jerking by stroke, thus improve digestion and respiration. There should be a rhythm, one stroke in 1 second. Kapal means forehead, the frontal region of the brain or the frontal lobes, and bhati means shining or billows. According to Hatha Pradipika, during Kapalbhati, inhalation and exhalation should be done quickly. Actually, Kapalbhati clears your nasal cavity, nasal passages. So, that is why it is recommended that before doing any pranayama, you must have to practice Kapalbhati first. If you do Kapalbhati for 30 minutes twice in a day, is it harmful for you? When you are not inhaling actively during Kapalbhati, like your exhalation is active and your inhalation is passive. In prolonged period, if you do practice this, then you need to do one thing. Before or in the mid of practice, you have to practice Pranab Pranayama. Make your spine completely erect, inhale and exhale deeply. It will give more oxygen to your lungs. Then you can start Kapalbhati. This is static 1, and in static 2, exhale a bit faster. There is another way that is called the dynamic. Again, fast. Do it for 3 to 4 minutes to 5 minutes, then stop, then do Pranab Pranayama. It will create balance between oxygen intake and carbon dioxide exhalation. Thus, you will not get any harmful effect if you do practice like this. And another advanced way is there. Inhale and hold the breath. You have to lock your throat. Jalandhar Bandh. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30.
When you are practicing Kapalbhati, after 3 to 5 minutes you can do, or in starting position you can do this Jalandhar Bandh and then start doing Kapalbhati. This is an excellent way to purify your body. And remember one thing, practicing Kapalbhati for prolonged period will not harm you if you can do like this.
Another way of practicing Kapalbhati: inhale deeply, then exhale forcefully.
You can do this, no issue. If you have any health issue, like you have elevated level of blood pressure, and if you have vertigo, recent past, if you gone through any abdominal surgery, then do not practice Kapalbhati. So that's all about today, and thank you so much for giving your valuable time. I'm signing up for the day. Take care. Bye bye. Lord Shiva bless you all. See you in next video. तब तक के लिए नमस्ते. If you have any question, if you have any queries, please write it down in the comment box, and I'm giving my WhatsApp number. You can contact me through WhatsApp.